What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the kid Ríez, and today we are back with another episode full of news and all type of things that are going on in hip hop today. I'd like to welcome everybody into this carefree lounge session. It's your boy chilling on this hot Sunday afternoon, but I'm inside, got the AC going, blowing strong, and chilling out on the computer, man. So today, we're gonna talk about a couple things. We got LL Cool J. He is back. He has a new album that is dropping that is produced completely by Q-Tip. Shout out to Q-Tip. Crazy on the production. We also going to be talking about Eminem. Eminem is back with a brand new album. Just did a live Eminem album review probably like 2 hours ago. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But we're going to be talking about Eminem and his return to the music scene. Also, we're going to talk about 50 Cent. And apparently he has some choice words for Omari Hardwick, the guy that played Ghost on Power. Apparently they're not seeing eye to eye on a couple of situations. Kendrick Lamar, what hasn't been said about Kendrick Lamar already? We're gonna talk about Kendrick Lamar and how he got free burgers for life. Nigga, I wish. Free burgers? Come on, dog. Then we're gonna talk about Michael Ealy. Of course, y'all know about the hugging incident. We're gonna debunk that in this episode as well. But give a chance for everybody to go ahead and file on in. And like I said, I'm glad y'all can join me this afternoon. If you can't catch it live, make sure you just look at the replay. Either way, it's going to always be there. All right, let's get into it. LL Cool J believes Not Like Us success has been torture for Drake. Of course, y'all know how we do. We're going to read a little bit from the article. Then got a little video I want to play for y'all. So it says, LL doesn't have time for you sensitive rappers. LL said, y'all too sensitive. He says, LL Cool J has been making rounds in the promotion of his new album. One of the most consistent talking points for the rapper outside of his own music is the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar battle. LL has beef with his fair share of rappers in the past. His POV is useful and oftentimes insightful. He once talked about Drake versus Kendrick Lamar during a recent interview with Charlamagne the God. This time, though, he gave advice to Drake in particular. Now, LL and Charlamagne talked about rap beef more broadly before the former narrowed the focus to Drake and Kendrick Lamar. So instead of reading from it, just gonna play y'all a little bit what LL had to say about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation.
I've always been a guy that looked to avoid problems because I know problems become real problems. Mm-hmm. And I know how I am. Like I don't look for problems, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just really not built like that. I don't want the problems because I'm not fucking playing with you. You know what I mean? Like I don't want no problems. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I'd rather us be friends. You know what I mean? Because you have to look at you gotta look at my career, bro. If I put all my energy into a problem, do you know how crazy it would be? This world would be different if I was fucking on the other side of the fence. Mm-hmm. The whole world. So it's like, I don't even want to go there.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I want to keep things positive, energy, no problem, no fake tough guy bullshit. Respect dudes, give them love, give them honor, see them, give them a dap, respect them behind their backs, respect them too, not just in their face. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And just keep it there. You know what I'm saying? And it works for me. That's why I have a lot of friends and a lot of respect in the game, and there's very few people, there's only a few people that, aren't in love with me, and I understand why, and, these things happen. You know what I'm saying? But I got good relationships because of that. So I'd rather keep it there with it. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say to rappers today, about the pitfalls of just beef in hip hop? Now that times have changed.
Well, I would say that, when it's really just about the music and the bars, like, don't take it so personal, B. Like, why the fuck are you so butthurt? Like, that you want to, kill everything moving because somebody insulted you on the whack. I do get it, but you got to control that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you can't really judge them because I've been there. I know it can be upsetting, You see a girl, the record plays, you in the car, your girl goes, got you. Now you want to fight. Got you. Or she might go, you be like, yo, this shit, and she kind of gives you the, you see that little, that fucking, you see the mouth do this shit, that little shit, you're like, I want to kill this motherfucker. Now you got to, your man Drake, that Not Like Us shit, that's just torture for a motherfucker. Shit, little kids singing that shit.
Absolutely.
That's just bananas.
Absolutely.
You'll be fine, bro. You know what I mean? Don't even trip. So my thing is like, that's what I'm saying. So like you just don't take it personal. You know what I mean? You can't be overly sensitive.
And there you have it, man. The GOAT, the original GOAT, the actually first person I ever heard use the term GOAT, GOAT, greatest of all time, was LL Cool J. But there he is giving his impression of how he feels like, you know, hip hop has evolved beef wise. But I agree with him. Like, you shouldn't take it serious. It's a diss record. And I understand that Drake might be in a difficult position because, like L says, like, yo, you got little kids singing a song in the street like it's a like it's a schoolyard melody or something. Like, it's worldwide right now, so you know it's torture because he hear it everywhere, you know. So, you know, but I do agree with him, man. We definitely shouldn't take it further than that, because at the end of the day, hip-hop is all about the sport. It's all about the competition. It's all about you as an artist getting better. It's all about you as an artist sharpening your skills, you know what I'm saying? So it should never take it to the point where somebody gets hurt or people get jumped and all that stuff like that. But coming from somebody like LL, who has been in a lot of battles, you know, coming up, more notably, the one that I remember is the one between him and Cannabis, you know, back in the day when they was rapping with the mic on your arm and all that, you know what I'm saying? If you know hip hop, you know what I'm talking about, you feel me? But LL he's no stranger to beef and hip hop. He's no stranger to bars and rapping. You know, growing up, when I wanted to rap, you know, I had to go back and study the OGs. So, you know what I'm saying? Coming from him, he's telling you that Drake gonna be cool. Drake is gonna be fine. But right now, it's torture for that boy. I know it is. You already know. Hey, man, shout out to Mateo. He's back. I got you, bro. I got you. I gotta get this lounge session out the way, and then we got that coming on the way. But shout out to Mateo coming all the way from Amsterdam. But look, LL had more to say. Now, pretty sure if anybody who's been following LL for years, you know that there was a alleged beef between him and Jay-Z. And I put that into quotations because it's all love at the end of the day. So I'm going to read a little bit from the article. It says, apparently it's all love. Jay-Z is an elder statesman of rap. He's arguably the most respected MC of all time. That said, LL Cool J is one of the few people who can lay claim to having more longevity. He was a megastar a decade before Hov released his first album. The two men have encountered each other several times over the years, but there's always seemed to be an underlying tension almost. There's stories about rap battles in New York and subliminal disses dating back to 1996. LL Cool J decided to clarify how he feels about Hov through a recent interview. So, of course, rather than read it, we're going to pull up and listen. So this is LL Cool J speaking on the alleged Jay-Z beef.
And you rapped a verse from Funkadelic Relic, and him and his team laughed at you?
Okay, let's talk about it, what it really is. First of all, I didn't rap a verse from Funkadelic Relic. Okay, that's the first fucking thing.
That's the story.
It's bullshit.
Okay,
it's not true. What did happen though is, you know, I see guy, and, you know, he in the club and he's trying to, you know, flash money to get my attention. And I'm looking, okay, and then this man Sauce came up to me and was rapping. So I had a couple of rhymes. Remember, I'm albums in now. Mm-hmm. You know, these are guys that ain't had a deal. So when I ain't have a deal, I had a suitcase of rhymes. Now I'm albums in. So I said some rhymes. I said a couple of rhymes. Then I said a little bit of a song, Ain't No Stopping This, a little bit. Then Jay came up rap. I was out of rhymes, B. Mm-hmm. In no scenario was I like fully loaded and ready to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? If I was, you know, I'm not exactly like,
it did happen.
You know, the first rapper that you really want to get into that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't like, so yes, did I run out of rhymes? Was I finished rapping? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh, okay.
Was it his?
So after all these years, we finally get the definitive answer. He said he didn't get beat, he just ran out of rhymes. You know what I'm saying? And as an MC, unless you're freestyling or have like rhymes that you use in battle, which a lot of people do. You know, a lot of people aren't coming off the head. They just got rhymes that they have specifically for battles. It's not like he just ran out of rhymes.
Was it their peanut gallery? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But do you really want to get into some of that kind of shit with LL? Like, you really want that?
So
like, no, but I'm saying, like, do dudes really want the problems, or is it just a nice story to have? It's like, you know, it's like Floyd taking off the glove, stepping out the ring, and you shadow boxing in front of him. Yeah. I caught you. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, you caught me. Y'all caught me.
Yeah. So there was just one of those things you just weren't as prepared as you probably should have been.
I wasn't prepared. I ran out of rhymes.
Prepared.
They run up. This motherfucker, you know, he been rapping on the corner for 10 years. He got fucking 1,000 rhymes. I ain't got none. I'm out of rhymes. He raps. Okay, congrats. You got that one.
So he got ambushed.
You got that one. But, you know, if I was you, I'd just bank that one and just leave it at that. You know what I mean? Don't like drop nothing.
Is that where the whole Jay-Z and LL Cool J got problems came from?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you, bro.
Cause there was another rumor that the song "Lounging," your song "Lounging" was about Ho.
What?
I mean,
I didn't know that.
At the time, he was known for the Lexus, and you was. Why you looking at me?
Oh yeah, he did have a Lex in the video though.
fucking, what, he got stock in fucking Lexus? I can't rap about a Lexus? This nigga got stock in Lexus? I can't mention Lexuses?
Yo, this nigga tripping.
What's going on? What are we doing here? Like, how personal we gonna take this shit, bro? Like,
But was any of those bars about Jay?
no.
Okay.
Like,
Damn, I thought okay.
Like,
all right.
like, okay, so I'll tell you to you like this. If a dude makes a song, right, and I make a contrasting idea about a similar, like, in other words, if you say, yo, baby, I'm coming upstairs to see you, right? And then I'm like, yo, if I said something like, if that inspired me, right? And I'm like, you know what? Let him come upstairs, I'm gonna go around the side or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. That's not a disrespect, bro. You had a song, it had some cool ideas in it. I just, as an artist, was inspired and made some contrasting, a contrasting statement about what you were kind of saying in a like the contrast of it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like, I don't even know you, dog. I don't know you from a hole in the wall, like at all. I have no, like what could I possibly want from him? In 90s, like let's think about 1996. What do I want with him?
96 was different.
What could I possibly want?
That was different.
And so all I did was, there were songs out, I made some contrasting statements based on his song and my song like that. It was no disrespect, but again, that goes back to that sensitivity, B. Mm-hmm. Dudes be sensitive, man. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, like don't assume the worst. Why are you assuming the worst? Mm-hmm. Why not assume the best? Why not say, yo, let's fuck with something? Like, why does it have to be, I'm dissing you? Like, I wasn't dissing that man.
Because it's hip-hop.
I had no reason to diss him. Like, for what? Even to today, I don't want to diss homie. For what? I don't want nothing from him. I don't need nothing from him. I'm not looking for nothing, but I don't have no problems.
Yeah, I mean, it's hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, hip-hop is built on competition. It's built on, I'm better than you. So if Jay were to come out with a type of record, or if Jay's pushing Lexus at the time and he see another rapper pushing the Lexus, he gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, you got that from me. You're inspired. You biting. That's where biting come from. Like, okay, yeah, you biting. You feel me? But at the end of the day, man, it just sound like two people that were, at the time, you got Jay-Z coming up, in 96. He's this young heavyweight, Rockefeller Records. We doing this on our own. And, back then, Jay rap against anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's videos of Jay out there rapping against DMX, the famous battle backstage or whatever. But Jay was out there. And, of course, LL at the time still being, doing his thing. It's just he's already in. And Jay's looking at L like, yo, I'm coming for your spot. And that's just how it is, man. I can't explain it. Hey, when I was young in high school, we used to do the same thing, battle rap. That was the thing. That's what you did. That's what you did to solidify yourself. And unfortunately, everybody ain't got to get along, but it ain't necessarily has to go to that next level of like, oh, we're beefing now. What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to LL Cool J, man. He has a new album on the way, produced completely by Q-Tip. I can't wait to hear it. I actually saw the video today. It was dope. I love to call back to the 90s and the 80s and just them early days of hip hop and really having a passion for what you do as an artist. So shout out to LL. I will be checking that out very soon. Now, let's get into some Eminem, Slim Shady. Now, if you were on my channel probably about an hour ago, 2 hours ago, I did a reaction to the Slim Shady album that just came out. This was the death of Slim Shady. And apparently, Eminem wants to make amends with his enemies. So I'm going to read a little bit from the article. It says Eminem and MGK have been oil and water for over a decade. They've trash talked each other in interviews. They've dropped diss tracks. Eminem is widely considered to be the winner of that battle, but he usually comes out on top of lyrical contests. And we're not going to talk about the Mariah Carey one because they actually had a battle. And I'm not going to lie, Mariah Carey's response to her video was legendary, but okay. Eminem and MGK have not mended fences since their beef peaked in 2018, which is why M's decision to address the beef, along with several others, was so surprising. The rapper is really trying to reckon with the past on the death of Slim Shady. Now, Eminem drops all over the new album. Guilty Conscience 2 is perhaps the most intriguing example of name dropping, though instead of insulting him, M decides to hold a mirror up to himself. Now, in this song, Guilty Conscience 2, this is the part in the album where Eminem completely gets rid of Slim Shady, right? So at the end, he says, "You piece of shit, that does it." He said, this is what for him? Christopher, MGK, Nick, and for Limp Bizkit and them. So Christopher Ríez, as you know, Eminem has been notorious for mentioning Christopher Ríez in his raps. MGK, of course, you know, back in the day, they had their little squabble in their battle. Nick, and for Limp Bizkit and them. Of course, Limp Bizkit and them will probably call back to Limp Bizkit and the boy bands of the 90s and the beef that Slim Shady had with them. Now, he even went on to mention Will, I think at some point in there, you know, Will Smith called a crazy straight back in the day from Eminem. I think it was on yeah, it's a Slim Shady song. I'm Slim Shady. It was like, Eminem don't like to cuss in his raps to sell records. Well, I do. F him and F you too. Like, I know Eminem, I mean, Will Smith was probably at the house like, damn, nigga, for what? Like, what I do? But, as you all know, you know, Eminem would go on to apologize to MGK in this song. So, this is what's happening right now. The real Slim Shady is no more. It looks like Eminem is trying to mend fences. Now, I'm not sure how he's trying to mend fences on this song, but then he turns around in the rest of the album, he dissing Candace Owens, he's throwing shots at Ye, Diddy, I mean, you know, he's taking shots at everybody. Gen Z, like, they got it the worst on this album, to be honest with you. But Eminem said he's ready to turn over a new leaf. He said he's ready to leave behind the battles, which is great. But I still don't think this is the last that we have seen of Slim Shady. Now let's check into the chat. Okay, we got Mateo in the chat. He says, if there were a best rapper, I'd be pretty sad because you would have to conform to the norm and be considered good. There's a list of top 10s are fun, but people try to rationalize them, call one guy the GOAT. Yeah, I don't think you can call just one person the GOAT. I think there are a lot of GOATs in the game. You know, like I said, the first person I ever heard use the word GOAT was LL Cool J. And that was way back in the day. But of course, people grow old and new blood always comes into the game. So you got younger dudes that'll look at, let's say, like somebody like a Playboy Cardi. That's their GOAT. You feel me? And to an old head, like the dude, to say somebody's like in their 50s and their 60s, they gonna be like, nah, he not the GOAT. Shit, Big Daddy Kane the GOAT. Or, you know what I'm saying, LL Cool J is the GOAT. You know what I mean? And that's fine. Because it's enough room for everybody to eat. It's always going to be like that. Like, the older you get, you're going to look back at the young dudes like, why do y'all like that music? And then the young people are going to look at the older people like, ain't nobody trying to listen to all that hip, the hop, the hibbit, the hibbit to the hibbit, the hop, hop, you don't stop. Nobody want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But the old heads, you know, it's always going to contrast. That's just how it is. It's all hip hop at the end of the day. Because in the same vein, I love Playboy Cardi music. I love Uzi and them music. And then I turn around and I'm waiting for this brand new LL to come out with the Q-Tip production on it. So hip hop is beautiful, man. You know, being somebody that's been making music for years, I love it. I love how hip hop has no age. It is infinite and it's forever. So shout out to Eminem. If you haven't heard his new album, make sure y'all go listen to that. Also, go check out that reaction I just did an hour ago. Now, since we on the subject of Eminem and what Eminem got going on, 50 Cent has choice words for Omari Hardwick. Now, if you all know Omari Hardwick, he played Ghost on the show Power. And I'm going to read a little bit from this article because apparently Omari isn't satisfied with how things ended and or how much he's made from the show. So let's go. Arguably the biggest star from 50 Cent and Courtney Kemp's hit series Power, Omari Hardwick, recently spoke to fans about his disappointment in the ending and how he agrees that the network and showrunners didn't do him justice in his role. I'm with y'all in this sense, Hardwick remarked at Tribeca Film Festival recently. I'm with you in the sense that the way the story was sold and told to me is not benefiting of the way it ended, guys. So you have every right to be like, it didn't end right. And because we didn't honor our fans enough, you know, Omari went on to say, we want to honor y'all. He said he want to honor his fans, and they often forget that the fans are being sold and told a story that has a genesis, and the way it ends has to be sold well. So rather than me tell you, I'm going to let Omari explain it.
If I didn't die, it means I'm still working.
Shout out
right?
to everybody in the chat right now. Shout
And
out
my
to
damn
everybody tapping in.
text don't got power on it no more.
But that could also be the business.
Okay. All right, let me get a fan something. Yeah. Because you threw a dope ass live betrayal. Got clickbait. So the reality is, I am the most. I have so much empathy, man. I have so much empathy for the fans, bro, because you were sold and told a story that did not continue, guys, in the way that it was sold and told to me that it would continue. So you have every right to be hitting me up at every airport, every bus stop, every Whole
And I know you
Foods.
well too. It almost bothered me to ask this question, but I know they want us on, so I'm asking for them.
I know that y'all don't, you have to ask me. Sometimes I'm like, damn, is Courtney fielding these questions today? Is Star, are the execs and stars, or is Curtis fielding these questions? And for real, I feel like it's just me fielding these questions because I'm with y'all in this sense. I'm with you in the sense that the way the story was sold and told to me is not befitting of the way it ended, guys. So y'all have every right to be like, it didn't end right. And because we don't honor our fans enough, and I know me, Matt, and Trey are different. We honor y'all. We honor our fans, man. We often forget that the fans are being sold and told a story that has a genesis and that it has to end the way that it was sold and told to end. And because it wasn't, y'all have every right to be upset and go, so therefore, thusly, henceforth, Ghost cannot be kaput because it didn't end the way that we started the show. But had it ended the way that we started the show, then I think you guys would be extremely satisfied with the art, the beautiful freaking art that the show was. It should exist in museums.
Yeah.
You should be able to forever have conversations about the show. And this was everybody's uncle. Ghost was, whether Jamie or Ghost, he was everybody's uncle who was more importantly trying to go right from going wrong.
I agree.
And I loved him, and I always will love him, but I just want y'all as fans to always remember, I played the guy, so I'm a little bit bigger than him. So it's better to follow me than a character. There you go.
All right, so that was a mouthful. So apparently, he didn't like the way that it ended, and I gotta say I agree. The ending, it wasn't the ending I felt that was benefiting for the show at that time. I felt like things were kind of put together and rushed out. Ghost was a great character. That those first couple of seasons of Power, a legendary, man. Like I remember tuning in every time a new episode would drop because it would just be one of them shows that you fall in love with after a while. Now, of course, 50 Cent being the man that he is, he just can't sit to the side and let somebody talk about his show and not say nothing, y'all. So 50 had something to say. 50 said, you know what? Let me hop on Twitter. Holla at this dude. He said, man, this N-word is a strange bird that rhyme. Ha. The fuck is he talking about? I never done nothing but look out for him. If he needed something, I gave it to him. I understand now. That shit didn't matter. gunitbrands.com. That is not a plug. That was what 50 Cent wrote. But he's saying that, yo, why are you tripping? Like, I gave you everything that you could have wanted to get that show done. I gave you everything. You asked me for some money, I gave that to you. If you needed this, I gave that to you. I made sure you were accommodated, but you're still not happy. Hey, man, that's his opinion. Omari has his opinion. Now, I'm of the opinion that, yeah, I do think the show could have ended well, but like he said, he's bigger than the character. He was the one that played the character. So hopefully he can move on in the future and play another iconic role that we all can tune in and enjoy. That's all you can hope for at the end of the day. But it don't look like, y'all, it don't look like we're going to be getting Omari Hardwick back on Power anytime soon. So that's that. Now, let's get into some more fun news. Kendrick Lamar secures free Towns burgers for life. Owner won't say if Drake is welcome. So if you've seen the Not Like Us video, the legendary Not Like Us video, I think it's at 50 million views right now. Like, what? 50 million. Like, it's going to be at 1 billion views probably by the end of the month. That's nuts. So it says Kendrick continues to win. Kendrick Lamar has been taking a victory lap as of late, and they are most certainly deserved. Overall, Lamar is fresh off his beef with Drake. Depending on who you ask, the feud is still ongoing. Although in the minds of many, it's already over and Kendrick has come out the victor. Currently, one of the best songs in the world is Not Like Us. And there's no doubt that all Lamar might have just won Song of the Summer with that record. So, on July 4th, as you all know, Kendrick Lamar dropped the Not Like Us video. And there was a part in that video where he filmed it at Tam's Burgers. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Yes, I am saying that right. Tam's Burgers in LA. It's a spot that sells amazing burgers. So apparently the owner has received so much business, like business is up like 40% for them because everybody's coming to check it out. They like, yo, this is where Kendrick shot the video, right? Like, yeah. So the owner spoke out today and this is what he had to say about Mr. Kendrick Lamar.
I guess that's part of Kendrick's team, and they asked if he can come back here and do a music video. He's been here before, and of course I'm going to say yes. You know, he's such a big icon to Compton and to this whole community. So, I mean, we didn't think twice. We had him here, and he's such a lovely guy. My grandfather, the one that started Tam's Burgers, is the one that probably was the one feeding him when he was growing up. So, wow. I think this is his roots, and we're so lucky and very thankful to him and his whole team that they came back here and did this music video for us over here.
What's his order when he comes here?
From what I understand, a bacon cheeseburger.
A bacon cheeseburger.
Bacon cheeseburger, ladies and gentlemen. There you go.
I imagine that if ever he comes in here again, I mean, does he have free burgers for life, would we say?
Absolutely. Anything he wants, it's on the house.
Hey.
Drake welcome here?
No, I can't answer that question.
right. That'd be controversial.
So there you go. So Drake is not welcome at Tam's Burgers in LA. Drake, you cannot go and get you a free burger. But Kendrick Lamar apparently has free burgers for life. Again, man, it's poking holes in those Drake records. He was saying, you don't go back to your hood and plant no money trees. He went and shot a video at a burger spot and the business up 40%. So, I mean, you know, the money tree look like it just got planted. Another L for Drake. But Kendrick Lamar gets free burgers for life, man. What a time to be alive. So there y'all have it. And in the final topic we're going to talk about tonight, unless you've been living under a rock, pretty sure you saw the video of Michael Ealy hugging Jonathan Major's wife, Megan Good. Now, a lot of people took to this topic and they were furious because they were like, why is he hugging Megan Good like that? Picked her up off the ground. He didn't even acknowledge him. Well, apparently that has been debunked. Now, fans are arguably so infuriated by this because they saw the video and they like, yo, how is this even possible? So apparently that has been debunked. Ladies and gentlemen, the infamous video of him hugging Megan Good. This is before the entire, I picked her up and hugged her situation. So if you watch closely, he actually did hug Jonathan Majors first, and then he went in to hug Megan Good. See, that's the thing about the internet. You get a hold of something and then you just run with it. And then it's like, oh, this really that's not what really happened, y'all. And I admit, I got fooled too, because I saw the video and I was like, bro, it's no way. It's no way. But apparently he did hug Jonathan Majors. Then he went in for the hug on Megan Good. Of course, they're good friends in the game, but let's be honest, man. This is the... Oh, she also responded. She had something to say about this. So Megan Good also had something to say. She said, so we're just going to edit out the first part of the video where Jonathan and Michael exchange a big hug first and then speak life over each other before he gives me a big brother hug. Super unfortunate how people don't have anything better to do than project on others. Intentionally perpetuate negative, misguided commentary on life snippets they have no real context to. Is sad. Sigh, but still, God bless y'all. So, again, this is the internet, man. This is what the internet saw at first, right? This is what they saw.
And I know them type of hugs. Same shit I do to women when I know I used to fuck.
Now, of course, people saw that clip and they was just like, how in the world is he gonna hug Megan Good and not go hug Jonathan Majors? But of course, they didn't see the full video because that's what happened before. Now I admit, even this, I ain't gonna cap. You can't pick my girl up off the ground, dog. Her feet are swinging in the air, fam. In front of me, like, nah. Like, of course, I'm gonna have to pull you to the side, like my brother. I'm gonna talk to you like Kevin Hart was talking to old boy in 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like, look, my brother, I see you doing your thing or whatever, but like, I'm gonna need for you to not do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Nah, you could just reach in, a little pat. You know what I'm saying? But like, you can't do that. You meet your girl's ex in a grocery store and he rolls up and he like, oh shit, what's up? And he pick her up off the ground and he hug her. Even if he acknowledge you, if he pick your girl up off the ground and hug her, you got to pull him to the side in the produce section and say, my brother, listen, you can't be doing that. That's completely disrespectful. And of course, if it's drama, y'all niggas might get the hooking in the produce section. Y'all niggas might end up fighting, throwing hands, catching fades in the lettuce. It can get there. All I'm saying is, even though he did acknowledge Jonathan Majors, my brother, please. Brother, don't do that. Don't do that. I can't have that. But shout out to Michael Ealy, man. Megan Good, Jonathan Majors. She has a new movie out. Honestly, I think that she did a great interview with, what's his name? Shannon Sharp on his podcast. She was talking about how the most she's been paid was from a Tyler Perry movie. So you love to hear it, because every time I hear about Tyler Perry's name, you know, of course people are gonna have their opinions about type of movie he puts out, but one thing for sure, he gonna pay his people. He gonna put his people on. He gonna put his people in position to win, make money, give jobs, opportunities. How can you knock that? You can't, man. But ladies and gentlemen, it's the kid Ríez, and today I have talked about so much. It's the weekend, and you know, I expected it to kind of be slow this weekend, but there was actually a lot of stuff going on. Of course, you got the LL album dropping, the Eminem album drop, you got the 50 Cent and his problems, you got the Kendrick. It's so much going on. I'm just glad that I can bring it to y'all in the format that we can sit here, chop it up, and talk about it. Shout out to everybody that checked into the chat. You got Mateo, he hopped in the chat for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He was on the Slim Shady chat. Shout out to him, and shout out to everybody else that might have popped in and just, you know, seeing what's going on with your boy. I will be back on at a later date. Of course, it might be tomorrow. We got a lot of college football game play coming real soon. So make sure y'all stay locked into that. But y'all know what this is. This is a Carefree Lounge where we talk music, news, and entertainment. Anything that's going on popping, I'm probably going to talk about it and give my opinion. So until the next episode, y'all already know what to do. Stay carefree, stay safe, stay out the way, get your money, and I'll catch y'all later. Now, you know we got to end this thing the right way, because you can't end it crazy and, you know what I'm saying, you be like, bye, but you still live afterwards. So